here today with a foundation first impressions on an exciting foundation I have not heard anyone talk about. I haven't seen it anywhere on social media. I just happened to be walking through Walgreens and I saw this new Covergirl foundation. It is the Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. SPF 20, it says it has vitamins in it. It's going to give you a lightweight, full coverage, hydrating formula, complex of SPF 20, vitamins and antioxidants, and it is oil-free. The shade I got is 732 nude beige, and you do get 1 fluid ounce. It was about $12.99 at my local Walgreens. So if you guys want to see how this applies, how it wears throughout the day, stay tuned. And if you are new, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in a second. Okay, so we're gonna try out a new foundation, and I'm really excited because I saw this at Walgreens. I haven't heard anyone talk about it. I haven't seen it anywhere, and it's the new Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I got the shade Nude Beige. I do have a self tan on. So I will prime my skin like always, but I'm using a primer that I know works well with many different foundations. This is just the smoothing primer. Kind of helps smooth out any uneven texture on my skin, helps fill in the pores a little bit, and honestly, I just can't do foundation without primer. My skin just eats it up, especially since it's so hot here in Redding right now. It's like in the 80s already, which is crazy. So I'm just gonna smooth this in my pores. I like to run it under my eyes too, because I feel like it kind of fills in any fine lines. And smooth it on my forehead. Okay, so like I said, I got the shade 732. It says it's a lightweight, full coverage makeup, hydrates, includes complex of SPF 20 vitamins and antioxidants, and it's oil-free. Now, Covergirl foundations are very hit or miss with me. I do like the Covergirl Outlast, the original formula. I don't like the illuminating one. It has glitter particles in it that just show up all over my skin, especially in the sun. I did not like the Hello Flawless or Hello Gorgeous foundation, and I haven't really found any other ones other than the original Outlast. So it is a creamier foundation. You can see there, nice and creamy. And I'm going to, let's start on this side. We'll do a beauty blender and see how it applies. It does have a scent to it. I'm trying to figure out what it smells like. It's not bad, but it does have a little bit of a scent. Ooh, this color is perfect. That is a perfect match. Okay, so it's blending really, really easily. It's like melting into the skin and blending really, really nicely, but I can already tell like it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It feels super light, almost like a serum-y foundation. But man, it blends really nicely. It is a full coverage foundation, but man, it feels so light. I love that. I don't usually wear a whole lot of full coverage foundation because I have pretty clear skin. I do have a little bit of discoloration, but honestly, my skin is for the most part pretty darn clear and even, so I just don't find it necessary to wear a full coverage foundation, but this is definitely full coverage and it's really beautiful. I'm gonna just use this Real Techniques brush and let's apply this side with a brush. I feel like I just got that all over my finger. I usually like to apply creamier foundations like this with the Beauty Blender. I just feel like it helps melt it into the skin better. And that's just like the preferred makeup tool that I like for foundation. Unless it's a real serum-y foundation, like a real liquidy one, I will use a brush, or like my La Mer, I use a brush for that. All right, so I'm already noticing it is a more sheer coverage with the brush. Still applies beautifully, but I feel like the Beauty Blender definitely looks prettier. Yeah, I think I like the Beauty Blender side better. So this is the Beauty Blender side, and this is the brush side, and I did about equal amounts on each side. I did about a pump on each side. So I'm just gonna go in with the Beauty Blender and a little bit more product and kind of build this up. So I definitely like the Beauty Blender with this foundation more. Man, it just like, it really is a nice full coverage foundation. It's really pretty. Let me get my mirror. It's not settling into any fine lines. It's not accentuating pores. It's not accentuating any dry areas. It does have a little bit of, like, you can see there, like a luminous, dewy finish. I'm gonna use this NARS concealer. I've just really been loving it lately. And I've been applying it. I'll take like a concealer brush like this, and I've been applying it kind of directly in this spot right here. And then I've been using a brush that I'll show you to kind of blend it out. This e.l.f. brush, this is the e.l.f. 105 brush to blend out my concealer, and I really, really like it. It's really wispy and soft, and it just blends it out really nicely. It's currently 8:54, so I will check back in a little bit. So I'm here with the check-in. It is 10:33. I obviously finished up with my makeup, and I love the way that it looks. It doesn't settle into fine lines. It's not accentuating any pores or dry areas. It looks really flawless on the skin. It's still very full coverage. All my other products applied really nicely over it, and it doesn't feel like makeup. Like, I don't feel like I have thick, heavy, full coverage foundation on. It feels very, very light. It's not tacky on the skin. I did use a little bit of setting powder under my eyes, and then I used this pressed powder. This is the Next to Nothing pressed powder from MAC. It doesn't really add any coverage or color. It just kind of like sets everything. I need it. It's too hot out today. So I just applied a light dusting of that, and I love the way it looks. It hasn't been on for very long yet, so we'll see how it lasts throughout the day. So I will check back in a few hours. All right, I am back with a check-in. It has been about 5 hours. It's about 2:17, a little over 5 hours since I applied the foundation. I've done 0 touch-ups. I did go have lunch with Ted outside. It's kind of warm out, mid-80s. So, and I had sunglasses on, but I'm not seeing huge sunglass marks, which is nice. But I am like a little bit shiny, a little bit, you can see there, dewy in the T-zone. I don't feel, oh yeah, actually, when I wipe my hand across it, there is some transfer on my finger. I don't know if you can see that. So the foundation is kind of transferring a little bit. I don't find like it's breaking up at all, but I do find I'm a little bit shiny in the T-zone. I'm gonna take my beauty blender, and I'm just gonna pounce it in the center of my face just to absorb any oil that there might be without adding a ton more powder or product. The foundation doesn't feel greasy, it doesn't feel heavy. Even when it looked shiny, it did not feel greasy or tacky at all on my skin, and I don't feel like it's broken up at all. I feel like it still looks fantastic 5 hours later. So I am going to go to the gym, yes, with a full face of makeup on. If I already have makeup on, I don't go out of my way to wash my face to go to the gym because I have other things I am doing this afternoon. So I'm going to see how it holds up through a workout. I train pretty intensely, so if there's any makeup left on my face after a good sweat sesh, then I know it's gonna be a good foundation. I love the color of it though. It's like the perfect shade. Like, it's the perfect tone. It's not too yellow, it's not too pink. Just freaking love the color. It matches like my self tanner so nicely. So I will check in a few hours after my workout, let you know how it's holding up, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so I'm back in with a check-in, and it has been over 8 hours. It's now 5:05. I have worked out. I had a nice, great, intense leg day workout. I think that the foundation held up beautifully. I was definitely very sweaty, so I did kind of blot my forehead with a paper towel because I was, you know, sweaty. But it has held up amazingly. Like, my cheeks still look really good. I'm a little bit shiny right here around my nose and a little bit shiny on my forehead. It's a little bit blotchy along the sides. I really, really like it. It is fantastic. It's long wearing, it doesn't get oily. Even if it does kind of have like a radiant dewiness to it, it doesn't feel greasy. It still feels really light. Even after sweating and everything, my skin doesn't feel gross. I don't feel like my face feels cakey or anything. So I really like it. I highly recommend checking it out. If you have tried it, what are your thoughts? Just like, if you don't know my skin type, I'm pretty normal. I do get a little bit oily in the T-zone, so I'm like between normal and combo. But I really like it. I'm really excited to wear it a little bit more. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!